Hello everyone, welcome back to Fun Fun Channel and welcome to another episode of Fun Tech. Today I want to talk about something that's becoming a huge part of our daily lives, which is artificial intelligence or AI. But before we got into that, let me ask you something. What if I told you that the same AI tool can make one person smarter and another person less capable of thinking of themselves? Or in other words, dumber. Sounds weird, right? But that's exactly what's happening today. Some people use AI as a learning companion that challenge their ideas and help them grow. Others use AI as a replacement of their thinking. And the difference between those two groups isn't the AI they are using, it is how they are using it. So today, let's talk about AI, how it should be used, and why so many people are using it the wrong way. But first, what is AI? Is it asli Indo? No, it's not, yeah. So, AI stands for artificial intelligence. In simple terms, it is technology built using machine learning and large language models that can mimic certain aspects of human thinking, reasoning, and communication. Okay, you need to highlight the words mimic here. Now, the real question isn't what AI is. The real question is how should we use it? Okay, first of all, let's talk about the good side of AI. And like we know, AI is a tool. And like any tool, its value depends on how we use it. AI can help us with everyday tasks such as summarizing documents, organizing information, predicting weather patterns based on the data, assisting as researchers and data scientists, helping programmers troubleshoot some code, and the goal of AI should be simple to help us become the better version of ourselves and make all our works more efficient. You need to highlight this sentence, yeah? Make our work more efficient, not as a replacement of our work. Okay, let's take programming as an example. Back then, if you encountered an error in your code, you'd go to Google, search for the error message, and eventually end up on a forum like Stack Overflow. Sometimes you'd find the answer immediately. Sometimes you'd find people genuinely trying to help, and sometimes you had find someone replying, "This already been answered in another topic," but without actually linking the answer, so you left with frustration. Okay, thanks, buddy. With AI, however, you can often troubleshoot problems much faster. You can ask questions, provide context, and receive feedback almost instantly. Maybe you are in old age, yeah, like me, and ever did you ever heard of rubber duck debugging? Where programmers explain their code to a rubber duck to find mistakes. And AI can act like a much smarter rubber duck that actually talks back. And that's amazing, right? But it only happens if you use it correctly, of course. Okay, now we going to talk about the problem with AI. In this example, the misuse of the AI. The problem is that many people don't use AI as a tool, they use AI as a replacement of the thinking process. Some people unconsciously train their AI conversation to constantly agree with them. They only ask questions in ways that reinforce what they already believe. As a result, AI becomes an ego booster rather than a learning tool. Even worse, many people stop questioning the answer they receive. They don't fact check. They don't do the verify their source. They simply accept whatever AI tells them. And that's honestly a dangerous thing. I've seen students from elementary school all the way to university using AI to answer assignment, quiz, and even their homework without actually learning anything. So, instead of using AI as a study companion, they just using it as a cheat code or a shortcut. And shortcuts doesn't mean doesn't build understanding or thinking process. Okay, maybe you're wondering what is a real world example of this. Okay, let me give you a recent example from my country, Indonesia. So, Indonesia recently celebrated Pancasila Day. As usual, many government organizations post images featuring Garuda Pancasila, which is the our nation symbol, and message commemorating the occasion. This year, however, many of these images were clearly AI generated. And what happened? A surprising number of them got important details wrong. Yeah, it's kinda messed up when the symbol of your nation got representation wrong. Some had incorrect feathers count in Garuda, some had inaccurate Pancasila symbols, and those weren't random internet posts, Those were posts from government organization. And you know what makes me kinda angry, right? Even organization like BRIN, if you don't know what BRIN is like Indonesian National Research and Innovation Agency. This is a freaking research, a national research agency, and are publishing the AI-generated image containing obvious mistakes. And after the backlash, of course, they kind of said sorry and they said they kind of forgot about it. So yeah, that's kind of bullshit, right? Because we're talking about the national symbol of the country here, about the national symbol of Indonesia. Something that millions of Indonesians have learned since elementary school. Something that should have gone through at least one round of review before being published. Because, like I said, this is a big organization, not a small organization. This is a freaking national or government organization. So, here is my point: AI is a tool, and AI obviously can making mistakes, and that's normal, right? So, the criticism should be directed at the people who approve and publish the content. It's whether they forgot about it, or they are rushing the process, or simply rely too much on the AI result was the same. The mistake made it all the way to public. And another case, maybe you can say the TikTok moderation or the YouTube auto moderation, right? So, yeah. And that's the reason, why I keep saying that AI should never replace critical thinking. It should be help us, help us to do our job, not replace our critical thinking. The problem wasn't generating the image on the Indonesian case. The problem was trusting the image without properly checking it first. If we cannot spend a few minutes verifying something as important and recognizable as our national symbol, then we're not really using AI as a tool anymore. We just letting AI think for us, and that is kinda dangerous. And don't get me wrong, I'm not an anti-AI. I use AI almost every day. In fact, I use AI while preparing some parts of this video, of course, like a grammar check and etc. AI helps me brainstorm ideas, and it helps me organize my talks because I'm not a person with structured thinking. And it helps me learn new things faster. But here is the difference: I don't trust AI blindly. When AI tells me something, I question it. I ask it for evidence. I ask it to challenge my assumption too. Sometimes I even ask it to argue against me because that's where the real value of AI comes from. Not from getting answer, but from helping you to become better or helping your thinking becomes better. If all of you do is copy and paste whatever AI tells you, well, you're not becoming smarter. You just becoming dependent of it. Or some people call it slave. But if you use AI as a learning companion, a brainstorming partner, or even a digital rubber duck that challenges your thinking, like I said in the programmer case, AI can help you grow. So, no, AI isn't making people dumb. People are making themselves dumb by using AI the wrong way. And that's a very important difference. So remember, always verify, always cross check, always think critically, and always remember AI is a tool, not a substitute for your brain. So that's my take on AI. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Or maybe do you have a different perspective? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this topic. And if you enjoyed this video, of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends. Okay, I'm Fan, and I'll see you in the next video or on the next live stream. Goodbye. Bye bye.